So has Willow gotten any better? Let's find out on today's episode of Fatherly Fandom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, everybody, if it's your first time joining us, welcome. We're two dads, well, still one dad here who loves all things fandom, from Star Wars to Star Trek, Marvel to DC, and Middle-earth on down to Westeros. We love it all. We want to bring all of our insights and love of all things fandom to you, our viewers. So if that's your cup of tea, then we're here for you, and you should definitely subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on all of our amazing reviews and insights that we bring to all of our favorite fandoms. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'm Chris Matthews, and usually Matt Parham is here as well, my co-host with the most. He is still on vacation, I guess. Matt, if you're out there, why are you making me do this by myself? Let's give him a pass, guys. It's kind of MIA right now. Track him down for me. Let me know in the comments if you find him. Let's go into it. Let's get into the review for Chapter 6 of Willow, titled Prisoners of Skellin. So this episode, we get to see the troll prison of Skellin. Kit and Willow get locked up, and the first question I had was, hey, Willow got captured too? I don't remember from the last episode, from Chapter 5, Willow actually getting captured. I remember Kit clearly getting captured, but Willow, I didn't catch it. While they're locked up, what do we get? We get a big cameo this time around. I can't believe it. We get Christian Slater. Of all actors in this, we get Christian Slater showing up in the 6th episode of this series, Willow. You know, it kind of reminded me of, you remember seeing that episode of The Office where they're all watching the Saber orientation video and all of a sudden Christian Slater shows up and steals a sandwich? That's kind of what it reminded me of, because out of the blue, we got Christian Slater. And, you know, for a second there, I thought that they were going to do the old bait and switch, because who knows where this story is going. And with the writing of this show, it's like, well, are they just going to replace Val Kilmer with Christian Slater and call it a day? Surprised me there, but you know, the reaction from Kit and Willow obviously show that this guy really isn't Mad Mardigan, and so they show that he's immediately lying. But with the writing of the show, like I said, it was questionable at the time. So we find out that this guy's name is actually Allagash. He's another knight that actually worked with Mad Mardigan, just like Borman. Apparently, Mad Mardigan has a posse of knights that he just rolls with, trying to find this special cuirass, this Chimerian cuirass. And apparently in this episode, they say that the Borman's the one that betrayed both him and Mad Mardigan. And so is he the bad guy? Like, my daughter had a question about it. He's like, no, not Borman. I'm like, he's gonna be just fine. And clearly he is. They find the vault that holds the cuirass, which the vault was apparently owned by a Nelwyn sorcerer, Wilhelm. Now, I was trying to find in all the stuff and doing some research on this, and I was wondering if that was the same Nelwyn sorcerer, the High Aldwyn from the movie. Was that Wilhelm? If you guys know, leave it in the comments. I couldn't find any information on that. I don't think it was, but apparently Mad Mardigan is trapped in the depths beneath the Troll City, and like Kit kind of hears him at the end there. It's all sorts of weird. All in all, the main problem I have continued to have with this story is that we don't have enough exposition and world building with this. We learn that the trolls are rather sophisticated too in this world now, and presumably that's due to whatever magic potion they're drinking there. My daughter got quite a kick out of these trolls talking all sophisticated. It was pretty cute, and she thought that was a riot. So one good thing about this episode was the troll. Seeing Elora Danan lose the wand too, only to find it later on the ground, I was just like, okay, that kind of just defeated the whole purpose of her losing it. I find that with Elora Danan, you know, I like the idea of characters starting from nothing and struggling, failing, until they find their feet and become better and more competent. But I don't find that happening with this character at all. And this is supposed to be the person, the savior that saves all these people in this magical land. And we're not getting that time and time again. Just like, wow, she's stumbling. Her competence level and her abilities are not there. And like, we are in episode 6. We got 2 episodes left. And I find that character, it's very hard for me to get invested in that character. It's very hard for me to get invested in any of these characters now. It's really hard to find the through line. My favorite character of this show was Borman. I find that he's been funny throughout this show, so good on that actor for that. But really, the writing in this is very clunky, and I'm just having a hard time coming into this. Let's dive back into the Chimerian Curious. It was also a sort of letdown too. They build this up throughout. Borman's talking about them finding this, and it's a big thing. And Matt and Mardigan went off to find this damn thing, and there it is. They find it. Alabash wears it, and it doesn't work for him because apparently he's not pure of spirit or whatnot, so he just gives it away to Borman. What they're trying to set up is that Borman is probably going to end up wearing the thing, and he's going to find that he is worthy. He always thinks that he's a scoundrel of a person, but we'll learn that he's got a heart of gold. That's exactly what's going to happen in the next couple of episodes. And the Curious is going to work for him, and they're going to use it to fight and save the day. So that's absolutely what I think is going to happen with that. So for my rating of the episode, let's go into it. I'm probably not going to be as generous. I'm probably not going to be as critical as the last episode. The last episode was just a travesty of a slog of an episode. But this episode, I'm probably going to give a 5 out of 10. I really, really love Warwick Davis. And for a show called WIllow, I'm finding I want to see him used to better effect in the show. And I don't know, maybe actually play a major role in the story, guys. It's named WIllow, for God's sakes. And he always just seems to be on the side or making some stupid joke or not being very relevant in his own show. And all these other actors, all these other characters are taking the limelight. And that's fine and good for Laura Dannon. But at the same time, this show is called WIllow. Can we have a little bit of time with our main character and kind of make him a little bit more competent, a little bit more less of a fraud? I mean, I know that's the angle that they're going with it with this show, but it's just, it's hard. It's hard to watch, and it makes me question why I'm watching it. So there you go. It's a 5 out of 10 for me, a 6 out of 10 for my daughter. As always, guys, from our families to yours, have a good one.